From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV at Tommy Mac's, back at my bar, and brought to you by our good friends at TruckCrashLaw.com, as well as our brand new sponsor, The Carpet Man. Check out the LVP Luxury Vinyl Planking at his two great stores right here in Northeast Florida. Got a lot to talk about right here at the bar, so let's welcome in the panel. Lang Smith is here. Hey, Lang, how are you?
Good to see you.
From LaunchGrid.
That's right.
Tell us about LaunchGrid, man.
Yeah, man, we're just a complete financial overhaul so you don't ever need money again. You get access to money when you want it.
Okay,
and,
interesting.
I mean, I feel like it's a great addition, because just imagine the restaurants and things that closed during COVID.
Yep.
And they're not even looking for $150,000, $200,000. They were just going, hey, if we just had $40,000, you know,
sure.
like we could float this for 2 more months, you know,
right.
and things like
Absolutely.
that. So I feel like, you know, we could have provided that. We could have easily given them a financial profile to allow them to be able to get that money on tap, which is a huge difference, right?
How are you guys funded? How do you guys get your funding?
Yeah, so it's not as much as we're funding them, it's as much as we're overhauling their financial profile. So we're making their credit perfect, right? We have relationships with banks, right? So we set them up low risk, you know, getting them the ability to be favorable enough to banks just want to give them money.
Yeah. How most people probably, they don't know that that's there, right? That's available. They're probably like, oh, how am I going to do this, right?
You know, it's funny because I've actually been doing this for over 18 years for a lot of high-profile people around the country, and I've been blessed to be able to do all of this stuff: low-risk LLCs, asset structures, tax strategies, keeping all your money, you know, making your credit perfect, things of that nature. And so LaunchGrid is my ability to be able to bring it to like the masses.
Okay, cool.
And give them that opportunity. It could be real life-changing.
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
they have those gaps.
No doubt. Cool, man. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks.
Andrew Scammon's here, Future Home Loans. How are you, Andrew?
Good to see you, Tommy.
Good to see you, man. Great to have you at the bar. How long you been with Future Home Loans?
Gosh, almost 6 months.
Okay. Wow. Does it feel like 6 years? Hopefully not.
It does not. No.
Good.
I chose to go to work for Future Home Loans because I like the values that the company sets.
Okay.
I saw that they are very supportive of the staff there and the way they look at business as to what's the best thing we can do for the client.
Yeah.
And I believe that decisions that are based on values are what provide long-lasting, really a sense of doing the right thing and long-lasting satisfaction. So when we teamed up together, I had just come from a company that had actually transferred me back to Florida and then shut down. And so to be able to go to work for Future Financial was a real blessing, I think. You know, they say when one door closes, another one opens. And this was really where I needed to be. The opportunity that I have there. I've specialized in reverse mortgages for over 14 years. I've been a mortgage broker my whole life.
Oh, wow, no kidding.
I grew up outside of D.C., so I was emptying trash cans at Fannie Mae when I was 16 years old.
Okay, good for you.
So,
good for you.
For me, the opportunity to go to work for Future and offer not only the best programs in reverse mortgages, but also now VA loans, jumbo loans, and conforming and non-conforming loans, and to do it again from that sense of what's the best thing that we can do for the client. AI is never going to take the place of a good old-fashioned mortgage broker who has been at this for a while and knows how to ask the client the right questions again through the process.
Yeah, great to have you on, my friend, no doubt. Eric Sabato's here. Hi, Eric.
Good, how you doing?
Good to see you. First of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
What was the branch you
I was
served?
in Army. Yeah, I did Army for 13 years. I medically retired.
All right.
I'm a native to Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised.
Jags.
Yeah. I grew up in Fernandina, so
cool.
I was able to. I created a family when I was in the Army, and I was able to bring them back over here to enjoy the things I enjoy.
And which company you were with? Nova
Pressroom Products. So we're a company. We bulk manufacture press room washes, basically. So there's offset printers. They have these either steel sheets or like a rubber mat, and they put the ink on there, and we make the washes to clean off the ink or put the coatings on the paper, like the mat, the satin. We do UV, all that stuff. So, I mean, we're a smaller company. We're about 22 employees, but we're everywhere.
Okay.
We were established by 3 guys, Chuck, Ron, and Ray.
Okay.
They came from Fuji.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Anchor. There used to be an Anchor plant right down the road in Orange Park.
Okay.
They shut it down. These guys, hey, there's still a business for it. They stood it up. Now we're Ron had unfortunately passed away, and now his son is the sole owner of the business. He lives in Ohio.
Cool.
So
are you in sales or on the operation side?
I'm on the operation. I do everything.
Okay.
So I do marketing.
Of course you do. You're in the Army.
Yeah, I do.
That was a dumb question.
Yeah, I mean, but I like to use my resources. I have some really smart people, you know, so I'm in the marketing, sales, that I just kind of get in, then I run the plant and all the operations and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's something new. I've been doing it for about a year, and I like it.
Great to have you on the show, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I
Betsy
appreciate it.
Dobbins is here. Hey,
Yes,
Betsy.
hi.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
What's the name of the organization you're with?
It's the Center for Children's Rights.
Okay, cool. All right, non-for-profit?
Yes.
How long you been doing that for?
So founded it in 2016.
Okay.
So really didn't start doing work with it until 2018, 2019.
Okay.
I was a juvenile public defender at the time, so
Oh, really?
on building that organization on the side.
So you saw it firsthand,
Yeah.
and then you're like, listen, maybe I can do even be of a better help, right? Helping them with whatever.
Exactly.
What's the biggest challenge? What are the other than the trafficking, obviously that nasty stuff, but what about just kids trying to get through day to day?
Yeah, so I mean, I think one of the things that we see the most is that kids are just really lacking a sense of belonging. Both with one another and with supportive adults in their lives. We really take a focus on restorative justice practices, so that's all about building right relationship with self and right relationship with others. And so really working to try to create spaces for young people to feel like they belong.
Right.
So you deal with the trafficking part of it?
Some,
oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a disguise. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
man,
just
it's
awful.
gotta
But our
be
kids,
hard.
they're every. I don't want to sound like Whitney Houston, but to the future, obviously,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you got to
Yeah.
really take care of them. And a lot of kids come from tough upbringings, really tough. You know, it's just a shame. Well, what? So you're here in Jacksonville? Okay, great. And how many kids are under the umbrella right now?
So the first couple of years we supported about 60 kids.
Okay.
At the time it was a school to prison pipeline educational advocacy project, and I was our advocate.
Okay.
So I'd work with kids who'd been arrested, help try to get things right on the school front for them.
Yep.
Since that time we've grown. Now we have a team of 13 and we're supporting over 600 kids. Across our different programming, really working deeply embedded with other partners. So we're in the schools, we're in our detention center, we're in other youth serving organizations and their after school programs.
I would imagine for all of us, right? We, and the kids included, finding purpose in life, right? There's purpose for everybody. You're here for a reason. You got to find that reason, right? I believe that for everybody out there. I would imagine that's part of it, right? And for everybody. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if we think about what gets us all up in the morning and what moves us on the steps that we take, it's that sense of purpose.
Yep, making a difference.
We know people come to me all the time. They're like, "Oh, I want to start a business. I want to do this," right? Because we're in that. We can we teach people how to scale businesses. We can do all that. And I'm like, well, you know, they're like, "What's the first key? What's the first key?" And I'm like, well, the first key is loving whatever it is you're going to choose to do.
Yep,
right.
Definitely.
Because if you don't, everything gets hard. It's all you're gonna have all kinds of bad things happen. And if you don't love it, you're just gonna quit. And that's it. And
you're gonna lose interest.
I think that's the most important thing. Is to really put their passion.
All right, I got a question real quick. Got to be quick, but for the panel. So, how do you reward success? Not for your clients and for yourself. You know, when you have a successful deal or a successful loan, or you're helping a successful kid or a successful sale or whatever you're doing. You know, how do you reward it? Like, how do you handle? Because you got to handle success. Like, I'll equate it to football. Go back to 2017 when the Jags had that great success. Guess what? 2018, they couldn't handle it. They imploded. And then they went on this terrible run of being not very good till Doug Peterson got here. So you got to be able to handle success. How do you handle it?
You know, I'm pretty grounded on it. I get up every morning, and for me, I thank God for and reminded everything I have that day, right? So everything I have that day, because it's really not mine. So it really keeps me grounded every day. But then the success that my clients have, which elevates the company in itself, right? Well, I really enjoy taking that success and making it more efficient for the clients and any new clients to make their experience better, right? So I feel like that's what success does for me, for the company.
Absolutely. Andrew, how about you? I mean, you're helping people get into homes, right? So especially first-time home buyers, got to be a great feeling.
It is a great feeling, and in this market, people are really excited when we help them discover ways to work through what the interest rates are like right now. Okay. I've worked in markets where interest rates were in the teens, so I have a background in that. I remember when people were paying a fifth of their mortgage principal every year just in interest.
Jeez.
So to be able to have a conversation with them about that, for me personally, the reward for success is to be able to give it away. To be able to
give back,
to volunteer in the community through my Rotary group. We have Interact in the schools that we work with the kids to help provide them with a purpose, and and to make sure that they're familiar with the resources to pursue that. And we also do quite a bit in the homeless community, as well as with food banks and people that are food challenged. But that's the key to me, is to be able to give it away.
Oh, Tom. Eric, how about you, man? What do you say?
For success, I like to always be like a leader. I always like to see success in the people below me. So that's the most rewarding thing I've ever seen.
Serve them.
Yeah, right? So my success is based on the people below me. So when I can see someone grow below me and we all grow, I take the key factors out of that so we can move forward and just all be successful.
That's a true leader right there, man. When you're sitting there going, it's not me, it's everybody that's, you know.
Because you're only as good as your lowest person.
I love it.
So if you can pick up that lowest person, people will always work for you. If you can pick them up, show them the way to go, and you can make them have a life, man, they're going to be there right by your side no matter what.
I'll tell you one thing that I believe in, because I played for a hard coach in Tom Coughlin, but one thing people don't realize about Coach Coughlin is he would reward you quietly. Like, he'd come up to you and be like, that was a great game, or that was a great practice. And it'd give you a little bit like, you know, jolt. It does. You know, forget the money, forget all this stuff. Your head coach says you did a good job. You feel good about it, right? I know what, I would imagine what you're going to say, right? What makes success for you and how you handle it, right? Helping all those kids have a better life.
Yeah, so our team, we have a phrase that we use to remind ourselves, small is all. And so really work as a team to just like cultivate our own ongoing awareness of the little tiny successes. Because with a lot of our kids, there might be 3 steps forward, but then sometimes there's going to be 5 steps back, and just kind of not letting that make you lose hope, and just knowing that that's part of the process and that we're still alongside.
Cool. Awesome job, guys. Really enjoyed this one. All right. Thanks so much. Hey, you can catch all kinds of conversations at my bar when you visit iwantabuzz.com. So until next time, y'all stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.